All right, so you guys wanted the deep dive on what's going on in YWE. And let me tell you, things are really interesting.
Yeah.
Especially as we get closer and closer to Survivor Series.
Right.
We're going to be talking about, dreams being shattered, potential heel turns.
Oh, man.
And, just drama.
I mean, it's really interesting how they're kind of taking some inspiration from real-world wrestling history. Like, you think about John Cena's infamous heel turn.
Right.
But they're putting their own unique spin on it.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, the stakes in YWE just feel higher.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's unpack this a little bit here.
Yeah, let's get into it.
This all centers around Danny.
Right.
Who was this close
to
getting his shot at the World Heavyweight Championship.
He earned it.
At Raw Throwback.
Oh, yeah. Blood, sweat, and tears.
The guy earned it, right?
Absolutely.
Blood, sweat, countless victories.
Yeah.
And then enter The Rock.
Here he comes.
But not The Rock that we all knew and loved.
Not the people's champ.
Right?
Right.
This is TKO Authority board member The Rock.
Yeah, he's wielding the power now.
Wielding power like we've never seen before.
Like we haven't seen it.
And he steps in and not only denies Danny his opportunity,
right,
but he hands it to Austin Crimson.
Oh, wow.
TKO's enforcer.
Yeah.
Talk
about adding insult to injury.
He was brutal.
Yeah, it was brutal. It wasn't just a change of plans.
Right.
It was a full-on beat down.
Yeah. The Rock Crimson, Benjamin Cameron Carter.
All ganged up on him.
All ganged up on poor Danny.
Yeah.
Talk about sending a message.
Yeah. What a message.
This is how it is now.
Right.
This is the new...
Is it really a new order, though?
It's the new world order.
Is it, though?
Yeah.
We saw something similar with the Authority in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Is this really...
A free point.
Is The Rock really rewriting the rules?
Right.
Or is this just a repackaged version of something we've seen before? Yeah. there are definitely some parallels to, the Authority's Reign of Terror.
Right.
But I think what makes The Rock's approach different is, the personal element.
Right.
He's targeting Danny specifically.
Right.
He's exploiting his history, his dreams, his vulnerabilities.
And to make matters worse, now Danny has to team up with Jayden for Survivor Series.
That's not going to be good.
But this isn't your run-of-the-mill rivalry.
No.
There's some serious history here.
Yeah.
A deep personal betrayal
Right.
that goes way beyond, your usual wrestling drama.
And I think that's what makes this so interesting is, this betrayal.
Yeah.
It comes from such a, deep-seated sense of, injustice or broken trust.
Right.
And so it really makes Jayden, a far more complex and unpredictable character.
Absolutely. So you've got this powder keg of a team dynamic.
Huge powder keg.
Heading into Survivor Series.
Right.
How can these two possibly function as a team?
It's going to be a volatile situation.
With that kind of baggage between them?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you think about, the psychology of betrayal.
Right.
It's going to be almost impossible for either of these guys to trust each other.
Right.
Which could lead to some major consequences in the ring.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
And as if things weren't complicated enough.
Right.
Their third teammate is Logan Mathews.
Oh, Logan.
This guy has been gunning for Danny's spot since day one.
From the get-go.
Calling him washed up, claiming it's his time to shine.
It's his time.
Logan isn't just ambitious.
No, he's not.
He is actively trying to erase Danny's legacy.
A very deliberate attempt to replace a legend.
Right.
Which just adds another layer of tension.
Oh, yeah.
To this already explosive team dynamic.
So you've got one teammate out for revenge.
Right.
And another gunning for your spot.
Yeah.
How could Danny possibly focus on winning with this level of internal chaos?
Talk about a pressure cooker.
It's like he's being pulled in a million different directions.
A million different directions.
Yeah.
It's a recipe for an identity crisis.
Right. And what about the fans?
Oh, man.
Danny's always been the guy, the hero,
right.
Unwavering in his commitment to the fans.
Mm-hmm.
If he turns heel,
Yeah.
It's not just betraying those in the ring with him. It's betraying an entire fan base that supported him.
Absolutely. His whole career.
Throughout his whole career.
Yeah. This potential heel turn is like a test of loyalty on an epic scale.
Right.
Will Danny cling to the ideals that have defined him?
Right.
Or will he succumb to this darkness that seems to be like closing in on him?
It's like he's being tempted by the dark side.
Oh, yeah.
But with real-world consequences.
Right.
This isn't just a comic book story.
Yeah, it's real life, man.
This is real life, and all of this is happening within this larger context of Survivor Series, which is already shaping up.
Huge event.
To be one of the most explosive events.
Oh, yeah.
In YWE history.
You got the powder keg of the team dynamic on one side, and then you got TKO Authority on the other, led by The Rock and Austin Crimson.
Right.
Two forces of nature that are just determined to reshape YWE in their image.
The Rock's smirk when Danny challenged him to a match at WrestleMania was priceless.
You know he's loving this.
You know he's loving it. He thrives on chaos.
Oh, absolutely. The Rock's a master manipulator.
Right.
And he knows how to push people's buttons.
Yeah.
If he senses weakness in Danny, he's going to exploit it ruthlessly.
So as we kind of head towards Survivor Series, what are the key moments?
Yeah, what are we looking for?
Or potential turning points that we should be paying attention to?
Well, for me, it all comes back to Danny. Like his every move, every word, every facial expression is going to be scrutinized. Is there like a hint of doubt in his eyes? A flash of anger, a subtle gesture of defiance towards like his teammates or The Rock.
It makes you wonder if Danny's almost consciously playing into this, like playing into The Rock's mind games to make him think that he's about to break.
It's possible.
Right. And then there's the interactions between Danny and his teammates.
Yeah.
Will they find a way to work together?
I mean, can they put it aside?
Even with all the animosity and distrust.
It's a big question.
Or will their implosion cost them the match and potentially set off this chain reaction of chaos? And if Danny snaps, will he help his team win at any cost? Even if it means resorting to underhanded tactics? Or will his actions backfire and lead to their downfall?
It's the million-dollar question.
Right. And let's not forget the other matches on the card.
Right. We got other stuff going on.
You've got championship bouts, grudge matches, and just a whole lot of bad blood.
Bad blood everywhere.
Boiling over.
This is going to be an insane night.
Survivor Series is going to be a night of high-stakes action and intense emotion.
Intense emotion for sure.
I mean, this whole situation with Danny really highlights how YWE is blurring the lines between reality and fiction.
They're taking inspiration from these real-world events, like Cena's turn, but they're adding like their own unique twist to it.
It's creating this alternate wrestling universe that's both familiar and completely unpredictable.
Right. And they're playing with our expectations as fans. Like we think we know what's coming, and then they just throw us a curveball.
Which keeps us coming back for more.
Exactly.
Right? It's that element of surprise.
Yeah.
That willingness to subvert the tropes.
Keeps you guessing.
That makes YWE so compelling.
For sure.
And it feels like the emotional stakes are so much higher in YWE than in other wrestling promotions.
I agree with that. It's like watching a really good TV drama.
Yeah.
But with more body slams.
Right. We're invested in these wrestlers.
Right.
Their relationships, their struggles.
Oh, yeah. You care about what happens to them.
We care about what happens to them.
Yeah.
Which brings us back to Danny's potential heel turn.
Here we are.
It's not just a plot device.
Right.
It's a character study.
It's a deep dive.
It's a deep dive into what happens when a hero is pushed too far.
It really makes you think, like, is he going to break bad or break down?
Yeah.
And how will the fans react?
Right.
You know, that's what makes it so compelling. It's not just about, like, the action in the ring.
Right.
It's about, like, exploring the complexities of human nature.
It's almost Shakespearean, wouldn't you say? You've got the hero tempted by darkness, the betrayal, the thirst for revenge, but with pile drivers?
Yeah, exactly. And YWE is doing a phenomenal job of playing with those elements. Right. You know, these are like complex characters with real motivations. And it feels like every match has like serious consequences.
And speaking of consequences, we have to talk about the potential fallout of Danny's decision. We keep coming back to John Cena's heel turn. And how that shifted the landscape of WWE.
It was huge.
Could Danny's choice have a similar impact on YWE?
I think it has the potential to be even bigger.
Wow.
You know, YWE is still relatively young.
Right.
They're still kind of forging their identity.
Yeah.
And a bold move like this could really like define their future.
So it's a gamble.
It is.
But one that could pay off massively.
Huge gamble.
Well, it's like they're saying, we're not afraid to take risks.
Right.
We're not afraid to shake things up.
We're going to push the boundaries.
And that's what keeps things exciting.
That's what keeps it fresh.
Right.
And it also means that, like, the fans have a huge role to play in this.
Absolutely.
You know, YWE is clearly listening to their audience.
Yeah.
They're paying attention to What resonates?
Right.
What are the fans talking about?
It's that give and take that makes it so interesting. You know, the fans fuel the creativity, and the creativity keeps the fans engaged.
It's a symbiotic relationship.
Right, and it feels like we're witnessing
the
birth of something special here.
Yeah.
Something that could redefine the entire wrestling industry.
Absolutely.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of YWE, what's the one thing you want our listener to take away from all this?
Don't just watch the matches, feel the story.
Ooh, I like that.
YWE is weaving a narrative that's complex and nuanced and deeply human. You know, pay attention to the details, the characters, the motivations. This is a story that's just getting started.
Well said. And who knows, maybe this deep dive will inspire you to create your own YWE storylines.
Get in there.
Explore the endless possibilities.
The possibilities are endless.
Of this crazy, captivating world.
It's a wild world.
Right? After all, the best stories are the ones we create together.
Absolutely.
Until next time, keep those eyes peeled.
Keep them peeled.
Those ears open and those minds engaged.
Engaged.
The drama never ends in the world of YWE.
It never stops.